Well, the day has arrived for us to begin demolition of our home site, our single-wide mobile home, because if you've been following our channel, it is time to start because our new home should be delivered very soon. So the first thing we need to do is to take down our pool. This is an above ground pool we installed maybe 2.5 years ago. We also need to disassemble the pool deck that we built and added on to our main deck of the house, but that's about it for demo. We have someone who is going to be buying our house. It's a family member. And so they also, in our family deal, discount deal, are getting the front and back porches off our home as well. Tomorrow, the day after today, there is a mobile home mover coming out to look at the house, look at the porches and decks, and to quote everything for them to move it. So what we need to do is get all of this stuff out of the way. Number one, for our own personal to-do list, but also number two, so that the mobile home mover can get a better sense of what they have to do so they can quote it more accurately. As you guys can see, we have already drained the pool, and from the looks of it, we've actually drained it a couple of weeks back in preparation of all this. And of course, we now have some really soupy water. So we're going to try and remove it as is. We know at some point we'll have to drain the old brackish water out of it as we put it into the dumpster. So this pool has these kind of slip joints in the corner here. We're going to try and take out the 4 corner pipes so that it should, we hope, fold in and lay on itself so we can drag it out to a dumpster. Go for it, see what you can do. So with this pool, it has these support legs on the sides. We're going to push the little tabs and try and disconnect these legs if we can. Again, this has been sitting here a couple of years. But what that'll let us do is lay this into itself and hopefully fold it up better. There. Now we just need to do that about 10 more times. Good job, guys. So just let it sit right there. What did Daddy say? Daddy's going crazy.
Got my side. Ain't working. Got my try.
Isaac, help him pick the bar up.
That's really hard.
What's your thoughts so far?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's get back to work then. Okay, let me answer the elephant in the room. The big questions you've got, which you're wondering, why are you guys taking your pool down? Why are you not keeping it? You're just crazy. Well, here's my thought. This pool is about 2.5 years old, and it's done fine, but I'm concerned that once we take it down, we store it for however long it's going to take until our new house is built, our new location is picked for the pool, our new pool base is done, and then when we set it back up, I'm afraid it may get a hole or a leak, and we won't know it until we've done all that work. So what I want to do is just cut my losses, say we spent the money, we got 2.5 years out of it, perfect. And then when we get to the point in the future with the new house and everything, and we want to do a pool again, we'll just do another pool. Wow, you guys have made a lot of headway already. All right, so you say there's a bee's nest under the deck? It would be great to get that last one hooked. Let me get over there. That way, if anybody gets stung, it'll be me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get the Mini X started back up. Isaac's gonna run it, and he's gonna try to hook on probably the bar of the pool here on the narrow end, and he's gonna go backwards into our hayfield. just dragging it off the base. Hopefully some of that yummy green water will drain out, but we're going to get it off the pool base. And then we think Elijah's going to come in with the tractor and the pallet forks to scoop it up and take it over to the dumpster that we've rented.
Careful, it's really slippery.
Wow, that is really slippery.
It smells.
Of course it smells, a stinky old pool.
It is. Whoa.
Look how smooth that looks.
That's good. Put salamander right in the middle.
Well, that was a lot easier to do than what I was expecting, especially with that ground cloth. It's been down there on the ground so long. I was expecting it to tear apart and come apart in multiple thousands of pieces, but it didn't, and that's really good. We have our pile over here of the pool and stuff. I think what we'll do next is get Elijah on our Massey Ferguson tractor. We have pallet forks on it, and I think he's gonna be able to scoop up most of it, pick it up way high in the sky, and drive it over to put it into the dumpster that we had delivered yesterday, which we rent from our local county.
So I found out it's easier to go backwards so I can see, because otherwise there's a giant pool in front of me. And I finagled my way through the house and solar panels and then over here.
All right, back over here, we can now get a better sense of our pool deck. In case you didn't follow us as we built it, it's basically an L-shaped deck that we added on to the main back deck of our house. So it was built at 2 separate times. And so this is on pier blocks. It's not in permanent footings on the ground. This has never had any problems with settling, so it's worked great. But what we need to do next is clean it off and then prepare to disassemble this deck. Here, grab the back side of this. We'll just take it towards the woods. Leave enough room so we can put the tractor and equipment between here. You're gonna drive straight forward, and we're gonna put the pallet forks under that old umbrella base. All right, go dump that in the dumpster right up front. Once again, hands down, that tractor has been the best piece of machinery we've bought for living out here. When we first got it, we were kind of thinking and hoping we would use it a lot, but my goodness, if we're outside, that thing's outside working too. We also use it to mow our front yard. I do that because it's huge. It's bigger than a yard should be, but whatever. It's a great piece of machinery. All right, with that done, I believe we're down to the portions where we get the things off this pool deck that we want, and I don't think any of that other stuff is trash, maybe. Then we're gonna bust out some tools, and we're going to disassemble this deck. It was built with screws, bolts, and hardware and fasteners that we can take off, so we're gonna do that. That way, whether we want to use it again for the future, whether our boys want to use it to make some kind of a project, or we just donate it, it's at least organized and separated.
But first, we have a little, maybe a big bee's nest, didn't know which. So I got a little mirror out of the bathroom and looked and found that it is about that big around, and it is full of bees, wasps, paper wasps. So they actually got me the other day when we were trying to pick up around the deck. So let's get some bee spray and get rid of them.
All right. We have taken care of the wasps, and they're no longer a problem. So what we're going to be doing next is beginning to clean off this deck, definitely get it cleaned and ready to then begin disassembly. I'm just going to carry it over and sit it on top of the other pool box, I guess. Oof. Whew. This is one with the chlorine tablets inside. Hold your breath. Right. This has been really durable, right? Didn't we? Yeah, we bought this. We didn't buy it. Wait. We bought this. We didn't buy it. Listen to what I say, not what I mean, right? Let's go over that way. We'll put it on the pool pad for now. Figure out where Mommy wants us to put it permanently. Meanwhile, Angela is making tiramisu for a women's Bible study thing, and we get to reap the rewards of cleaning up the mixer. It's the best part, right, son?
Yeah.
All right, Elijah's working on taking down our solar lights off of the railing. We have like a little weather station thing to take off here as well. And then we're going to try our best to take apart the railing in sections. I know originally I said we're going to break it all down into pieces, but ain't nobody got time for that. Plus, my niece who's getting our house may want these sections to fill in the hole that you will see on the back deck anyway. Like when we take this pool deck away, you're gonna notice there's a section of railing missing. I think she'll be able to use this stuff here from the pool deck to fill it in. And if nothing else, at least the components will be there partially assembled for, well, her or the house crew to do. So let's try to do that first, right? Save us a little labor on our end, keep larger sections for her on their end, and just get the job done quicker in the end. You got it? Or you want me to try with you? We might need a sledgehammer.
You want me to just try and come and kick it? That'll be fun.
See if I can put the wrench in between the post and the board. That probably works. See this, son? Kind of like this, and pry it. Here, there's that wrench for you. Now, hold on to this as you're prying out because it'll fall.
I think I'll just get the whole thing.
Okay, hang on, this one's a longer bolt, remember? There you go. Take it back over there near the pool deck boxes. All right, how much faster was that?
Incredibly fast.
Worth it, better than the wrench, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was horrible.
That one flung out of there. That one left town. So we just detached the railing from that corner post right there. Elijah already took the carriage bolt nuts off, so we have 3 posts here, and he and I are going to try and walk this whole railing system off. Try. Let's see if we can make it happen. We may need to get a hammer and just hammer these bolts out from the underside.
Has it moved?
Nope. All right, if I can lean in, I can hit the post right here with the hammer. It does kind of mar it up a little bit, but it's popping out.
Not doing anything.
Okay. It's coming. Yeah, it's getting ready. There we go.
You got the arm, Sonny.
Good job, guys. All right. We have the railing off, and that all in all wasn't too bad. Next, what we're going to do is take off the deck boards that is right above the connection of the pool deck and our original big deck. What I want to do is get that top deck board off and then see if we get access to the hardware below it to disconnect the pool deck from the original, use the pallet forks on the tractor, get underneath it, and hopefully pick it all up as one unit and move it out of the way.
That is hard.
There you go. Son, you might not want to straddle that in case it pops up. Good, you got my point, didn't you? Down here in between where the decks join, you can see that little bolt right there. There are carriage bolts and nuts that actually attach these 2 deck structures together. The pool deck consists of only 1 ledger board here on the left, and then the other 2 go with the big deck on the right. So what we hope is if we get these bolts disconnected, hammer them through, that we'll be able to remove just the pool deck as one solid unit. The tool of choice is this right here. It's a Milwaukee M18 fuel impact driver with a socket adapter and then a 1/2 inch and 19 millimeter deep well impact socket on it. This is getting handed to trusty unit number 2. He's going to crawl under the deck and try and undo those nuts really quickly. Okay, we got the bolts, or rather the nuts off. So what we're going to try next is use an old trusty Massey Ferguson with the pallet forks. See if I can't get underneath it and maybe wiggle squiggle and get it to disconnect. Not sure if this will work or not, but we'll give it a shot. Well, as I was doing that, I could see it actually moving the whole house deck. So something else must be attached, or we got to figure out a better plan. No, no, not the hammer. Oh my gosh. Some little ones there. All right, drive forward a little bit. Let me see what it does when you drive forward, very slow. Okay, hold it right there. That's pretty close. Let me cut this one deck board in half. I think it'll pop off. All right, drive forward just a little bit more. Woo! That's kind of scared me. All right, guys, that has broken loose now, finally. We got everything opened up except for down here at this one little corner. Let me see if I can wedge this any at all, or if we just use a tractor to keep pushing. What do you think? Let's just keep pushing. All right, we're gonna see if he can pick it up from that other side and be able to just scoop it up, and it should detach from the deck at that point. There we go. See if I can give some muscle balance here. Oh, it's hung up over here. I got too many things at once. I'm holding a drone remote and a camera and giving construction notes here. All right, see if you can pick it up now. Let's see if it's balanced. Look at that! Portable deck. Okay, good. Well, just a couple of hours after we started this project, and we are at a wonderful stopping point for the day. We got the pool gone, the pool deck gone, a lot of junk cleaned up and out of the way, and basically prepped this thing for the mobile home mover that my niece is going to hire to come check this out, actually tomorrow, to quote her and tell her, hey, this is how much it would cost to move it, house, front deck, back deck, roof, and all. To answer another question you may be having as far as the pool base, what about that? We're going to leave it there for now because we wanted to get this done just in time for the mover to come tomorrow to give her a quote and kind of see what really is there for him to move. But also because whenever the house is broken down, we're going to have a lot of cleanup work as far as grading, dirt work, and we might as well do that along with that at the same time. So good enough, right? Either way, this finishes out this portion of today's work, at least. It's one less thing on our massive to-do list. And if you're still here, I appreciate it. It's nice to have people watching, I guess, other people work. Otherwise, thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you guys on the next video.